My name is Beatriz Ponce de Leon. I am the Deputy Mayor for Immigrant, Migrant, and Refugee Rights for the City of Chicago. This is the first time that our city has had this role. Todavía no es, un momentito, por favor. This is the first time that our city has had this role. Yes. Voy a contestar la pregunta. The question is, it looks like there are empty seats, and why haven't we filled them? I know that there are people letting folks in and managing the numbers here. Thank you. Okay. We're going to begin our presentation.
That was not even a full 2 minutes into the town hall when it already started popping up. Residents of Chicago are furious. So this is Brighton Park area, and they're taking a park and pretty much putting a base camp that they've already started construction on without even notifying the residents. And they're going to be housing about 500 migrants. Now they're telling residents that these are only going to be families, so we'll see how that goes. And residents obviously are furious. They're especially furious at Brandon Johnson. They feel that he is hiding from them. They feel that he's not showing his face and being transparent with them about anything. But it is really, really fascinating to watch this. And keep in mind, I hate bringing this up, but these individuals overwhelmingly vote Democrat in a lot of these areas. So they overwhelmingly voted in a pro-open borders president, Joe Biden. What I did appreciate in this meeting is that the city officials do correctly point out this is a federal problem. This is a problem with the federal government. But what they didn't point out was the fact that we need to close the border. They'll put the blame on Abbott. They'll put the blame on the federal government, but they're not calling out the solution, and that is that we need to close the border. I get that they didn't ask for everyone to come, but this is the situation that we have, and it doesn't look like it's slowing down anytime soon. You have people that are sleeping on the floor in police stations across Chicago. You have people that are sleeping in the airport. I can't even fathom the security risk that is, having all those people sleeping in the airport. So they are literally running out of room, but the buses aren't stopping anytime soon. And what they're telling the residents in these areas is that this is only going to be temporary. This is only temporary shelter. We're trying to get people into homes and housing and all of that. But this is what they're doing. They are giving qualifying asylum seekers who are already going through the process, they're going to be giving them about $9,000 for 6 months of rent. They're also helping them to get furniture, work authorization, and that's great. But what do we know about the people coming over the border and seeking asylum? Most of them are not legitimate asylum seekers. So we're giving them all of these taxpayer services when they have not even been to court yet for their case to be adjudicated. And when you know that the majority of them aren't legitimate asylum seekers, that all that tax money is going to waste. So while I do sympathize with some of the lawmakers because they're just being thrown this issue, it is them that voted Sanctuary City, and they're not calling for solutions. Not only that, they're pumping more taxpayer money to try to get people out of shelters because they're running out of place. The whole thing is just an absolute chaotic mess. And here's a few more residents, and you can just sense how angry they are.
Right? They're illegal. Right now, Brandon Johnson and the Democrats are criminals. You're locking up guys from smuggling drugs and trafficking people across the thing. The drag government's doing it. Right now.
Right.
We're going to sue the bosses. We're going to sue the Democrats as civilians because they're supposed to be agents representing the people they voted for. The agents. I'm a sports agent. if I don't have represent my clients, they fire me. Yeah. It's time to fire. Don't let the Democrats have that stupid convention here next year. That's it. Enough's enough. All I see, right? All I see, right, is the citizens of Chicago marching to the gas chamber. Ever since these scumbags came across the border.
Resources to help. The cops are already, underfunded, and they can't adequately provide protection for every citizen in Chicago. They need help. We're struggling. We have homeless. We have veterans that we're concerned about. Our vets and our homeless in America need to be prioritized over those of another.
Not set the standards for what we do in our city.
The high costs have been a point of contention for city aldermen.
Whether it's a federal tax dollar, a state tax dollar, or a Chicago tax dollar, it's still our tax money being wasted. And so we need to see a much better result out of the Johnson administration.
I reported in another video as well, now that they're pushing migrants to get into affordable housing, they're giving them rent assistance, you still have Chicago residents that have been waiting for Section 8 housing for years, and they themselves are losing hope in the process. Here's an article about it. So the whole situation, it's chaotic, it's a mess, and that's Chicago for you. So keep an eye on what's happening with this shelter. It looks like they're going ahead and building this base camp. And one of the fears right now is they're getting so many people that they're actually having to sleep outside of the police stations, not even inside. And we all know that winter is coming, and Chicago winter is probably one of the worst. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you later. Bye.